position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Jukes his way for more. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might...
Breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Power football with the run. Powers through the defender. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Cougars. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. First guy never seems to get him as he finds his way out to the 19.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll give it to him again. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it inside the 30. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, TCU!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Houston offense comes onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The inside handoff. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiar.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man on the right. There he goes. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking. on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Steps away to find some room. Got a man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And the Cougars are on the move. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Cricket.
Wants to throw again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Bryant. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Fitted in the window for the score.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a return that one was. 95 yards. He took it back for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Bryant. That's reeled in, it's Hendricks. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
On the direct snap, it's Dalton. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit.
They're going to ride this running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Lasso.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the 2nd.
14.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down.
Here we go.
Scanning the field, it's Bryant. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Houston. All of that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Got his man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Under fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Dalton. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Swings it out to his running back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it here.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Cougars will hustle to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the 1st half. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Back's got it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the one on 4th down. He's looking to throw. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Second down and 6 from their own 10. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. This is a designed run. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Looking to pass, it's Bryant. He'll pull it down and run. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
They'll operate out of split backs. Here's the handoff. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again.
Easy.
Now they're going to throw it. Got his man. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway and a big play for this defense.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They're dealing with a second and long. Holds and fires complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, TCU. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They are up by 21 over Clemson. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Quarterback moving. Got it in the middle, it's Hendricks. Turning it on! He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Cougars can really attack on this second and short. He wants to throw it again. Caught near the sticks. It's Marshall. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Dalton. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Quick completion on the out route. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Fires to the end zone. Looking to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Quarterback sneaks it ahead. Sneaks it into the end zone.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He's got it on the right. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Complete on the comeback. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on third down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Fires left. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he picks up what he can before stepping out of bounds at the end of the return. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it rolls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He'll take the deep shot. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Watch the screen, baby. Watch that screen.
Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Westbrook. Bulldozes his way through. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Back open in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure coming. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wants to throw. It's Bryant. Quarterback extends the play. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this offense, man, they're just desperate. Like, late in the football game, you're down. They've got to push the ball down the field. They've got to find some explosive plays. And they found one, Jesse, but for the defense.
The 4 verticals has a better chance of working earlier in the game when it's close, but when you're trailing by a lot, and the
oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Corners are going to bail. Under fire. Inside the 30. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Bryant. He's got him. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Westbrook. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Pollack.